Welcome back to another ninja, another after pill live stream, man. When you come in, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as y'all can see, shouts out to TC Prime for sponsoring today's live stream, man. Go and subscribe to TC Prime. He has some good stuff over there, some good talking points over there. He is an up and coming YouTuber over there. Let's get TC Prime to monetization. He has 400 and some change, 400 and some change and then some subscribers over there. So go over there, subscribe to TC Prime if you haven't already. Go over there and tell him the After Pill sent you over there, Ninja. Go over there and support, man. And also, if you haven't become a member, go ahead and become a member. If you want to support the channel, I also have members only videos that I drop. Go over there and support the channel. Become a member. Support the After Pill, support the ideology, support the message, right? Now, let's get to the show, Ninja. What's going on? How have y'all's week been? Right? How's everybody doing? It's Friday. It's Friday. I know you ninjas are ready to get off work, Ninja. I know y'all ready to get off work. I know you, Ninja, some of you ninjas who work at Wally World, Ninja, you ain't did nothing all week, but I understand, Ninja. I understand. They working y'all like dogs and slaves, even in Wally World for about $2.50, Ninja. I understand. I understand. But either way, Ninja, you know what? I make all my jokes about you ninjas working at Wally World and Family Dollar ass ninjas, but you know, at least you working, Ninja. At least you working. Right? You got some people out here, man. Listen, the layoffs are continuing, right? I'm seeing an increased population in homeless women and homeless men, right? I'm seeing an increase out there, man. Listen, if you have a job, stick to your job, right? Don't let anybody try to talk you out of your position. Don't let anybody try to trick you out of your position because in today's economy is not looking too good, Ninja. It's looking like we're going downhill and down south pretty dang on fast, Ninja. So hold on to what you got. Stay prayed up out here. Continue to get your skills in. Continue to bulk up on your skills. Continue to update your resume, right? Continue to update your resume because you never know. You never know. Laid off today, you can get fired today, Ninja. You never know. So you always want to keep your resume updated. You always want to be up to date on your skills. For you old ninjas out there, Ninja, you graduated in 1945 as ninjas, right? You got a degree from a school that don't exist anymore, Ninja. Listen, you got to get up to date with your skills, Unc. You got to get up to date with your skills, Unc. Okay? You got to get it together. But listen, man, I have a great topic today, man. We're gonna jump into it. John, what's going on? What's going on? Shouts out to John. But I have a amazing topic tonight, right? So what I'm doing is I'm rearranging. I'm going to rearrange my playlist, right? This is going to go under lessons from the after pill. So I'm vamping, little rearranging, right? I'm gonna start putting certain kind of videos under certain kind of topics, certain kind of playlists, right? But this is going to be an interesting topic, and I definitely want to see where you guys' heads are. I want to definitely see if you guys are actually seeing the same thing, right? Because I already listen, the sympocracy is here to stay. Is here to stay. It is not going anywhere, right? You ninjas are not changing it. Men overall clearly don't want it to disappear, right? Ninjas out here down bad. They don't care about leveling up. They don't care about any of this stuff. So I'm really on you. I'm really on you, ninjas. ASS today. You see, I'm trying to stop all the cursing, right? So the YouTube algorithm can push me even further, right? John says Shannon Sharp is cooked. Listen, this is the sympocracy, ninja. This is the sympocracy. So from my understanding, I thought that Shannon Sharp was messing around with a paid woman. That was my understanding. I thought that Shannon Sharp was messing around with a paid woman, but I came to understand that this was a freebie, ninja. This was a freebie, or he tried to make it a freebie, right? So from the looks of it, it was a freebie, and then she tried to, hey, listen, 25K per cheek, ninja. 25K per cheek. And either he didn't cough up the money, or he came up short, or he wasn't trying to pay. And guess what? She gonna get her payment either way, ninja. She gonna get her payment. Jaylen says, did you hear the recordings of their conversation? Yes, I've heard the recordings. First and foremost, the first recording that I heard, right? The one where he was like, I'm gonna choke the shit out you, right? I'm gonna choke you when I see you, right? Bro, anybody with their right mind will understand that that conversation was not violent at all. That conversation was not violent at all. He said that in the calmest voice. She was not being abused, ninja. Listen, I done had plenty of conversations where I told a chick like, hey, don't make me come over there and don't make me come over there and whatchamacallit, right? Sometimes in a sexual way, in a playful way, in a you already built up rapport way. Everybody's acting like clutch my pearls, ass ninjas. Clutching my pearls. He said what to her? Come on now. The same chicks over there clutching their pearls are the same chicks who they reading their messages right now. Yeah, I'm coming over there and pull your hair and smack you till you red. Though the same chicks who reading that message right now. Yeah, when I come over there, I'm gonna choke you and pull that hair out. I'm gonna choke you and pull that hair out. Yeah, wait till I come over there. You been bad today. Yep, I'm gonna get you and all that talking back you been doing today. All that talking back you been doing today. Yeah, watch when I come over there. Yeah, I'm gonna choke you. I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you something to talk back about. Come on now. It's how it's framed. Yeah, the media is gonna win in this situation. The media is gonna flip it. The media is gonna put it in the woman's lens, right? One is it's already out of his favor because of how old she is, right? She's 19, right? 19, 20, whatever, right? So the media is already not on his side. The general public is not already on his side. Both men and women, surprisingly, right? They're already not on his side. They're already looking at, oh, he's a PDF file. I'm like, bro, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Like, bro, you can do everything. She can go. She's old enough to buy a rifle, ninja. She's old enough to go and serve for the country. She's old enough to serve a life sentence. You mean to tell me that somehow, like, she's a child? Why we keep trying to? This is what's wrong with this country. We keep trying to make adults children. I don't care what nobody says. Listen, from the beginning of time. As weird as it sounds, Ninja. As soon as she was able to, red, Ninja. As soon as she was able to drop a little red, it was already known. Y'all need to talk. Y'all need to talk to God about all of that. As soon as she dropped a little red, Ninja, she was meant to bear children, right? She was meant to bear children. So now in this modern day world that we stay in, we're looking at clear adults, right? Consent has been given. This was a consensual relationship. So you mean to tell me either way, she's 18, 19 years old, right? I mean 19, 20 years old. So she's old enough to get up there on OnlyFans, do what she does, right? She can sell content to him, right? She can sell content to him, but outside of that, no. Nuh-uh. You can't have a physical relationship with her. Nuh-uh. She's too young. Her frontal lobe hasn't developed as ninja. Her frontal lobe hasn't developed, right? She's still a child as ninja, right? How dare this grown man get into a consensual relationship with this grown woman because that grown woman is a child, ninja. That grown woman is a child. How dare he? How dare he? Then people keep asking the question. I don't see why. I don't understand why. What do they see in a 19-year-old? Oh my God. What do what men see in a 19-year-old? I don't understand what men see in a 21-year-old. Isn't that disgusting? Come on now. We know what the real deal. The gig is up. We know what the real issue is. We know what the real issue is, and here's the real issue. This is the problem. This leads into it leads more into context of what we're going to be talking about tonight, right? John says the 19-year-old is a hot JUCO. I mean, well, I wouldn't even call her hot. She cool. She cool. I expected at his status to be better. Zaire, what's going on? I believe Shannon Sharp is innocent. However, there's something to be said about men his age entertaining and even paying for these younger adult women. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, JUCO is gonna do what a JUCO is gonna do. A JUCO is gonna do what a JUCO is gonna do. If it wasn't him, it was gonna be somebody else. If it wasn't his status, it was going to be a doctor. It was going to be an attorney, right? This stuff is not. I mean, yeah, it may be new to the Normieville. They may not know what's going on, or fail, or they're just neglecting to acknowledge what's going on. But this shouldn't be new to anybody over here at the After Pill. This shouldn't be new to anybody over here. I know some of y'all still tender behind the ears, ass ninja. Y'all still tender behind the ears. You still think you still think in a normie point of view, but nah, this shouldn't be. I mean, I get it. Like I get the argument, but then at the same time, like, bro, if she's old enough to pop it online, she's old enough to understand what she's doing. I think that's a sorry argument to say, oh, she's 19. Well, she's formulated a whole business online selling cootie cat and selling pictures and selling videos. I think she's okay to make a consensual, agreement with another adult, regardless of the age. Regardless of the age. That's my take on that. Right? So how old, how young, matter of fact, let's go ahead and put a poll. Let's go ahead and put a poll in the chat. Right? How young is too young? How young is too young for a woman? How young is too young for a man? For a man dating. Yeah, that's basically my premise. Ninja, anything under 18, ninja. How young is too young for a man dating a woman? Okay, so we're under ninja what? Under 21? Now ninja, let's see, 18 to 21? 18 to 21? How young is too young for a man dating a woman? 18 to 21? What else? What else we got? What else we got? 25? What, under? I want to see how you ninjas really thinking. Under 25? 18 to 21? Or are we just talking about under 25? Let's see. JC, what's going on? Hey JC, so what I'm doing is I'm revamping the member. So I closed that member ship that you were under. So that's why I probably ended your membership. So I'm adding a brand new type of membership. Just heads up. See, how young is too young for a man dating a woman? So we got 18 to 21, or we just talking about under 25? Because these are the only ones. These are the only ones that people are focusing on, right? These are the only ones that people are focusing on, right? They're focused on that 18 to 21 and the conversation of under 25 because they keep talking about the frontal lobe ass ninjas, right? The frontal lobe developed. The frontal lobe is not developed, right? The frontal lobe don't develop until you're 25. So, okay, right? Under 25, 18 to 21. How young is too young? Make tricking at a level playing field with men and women. Explain that, Zaire. Explain that. So Jaylen says tricking was never cool. Come on, man. We getting too old for this now. We getting too old with this. Jaylen says we got to move with caution. The risk reward ratio for Coochie is out of balance. Absolutely, and they got us outnumbered. So Ninja, JC, oh, I didn't even know this. What do I do for the new subscription? We'll talk. I'll send you a message in the chat. I'll send you a message in the chat. But you need to go ahead and vote. So people are already saying 18 to 21 is too young, right? This is gonna feed into the later conversation, right? This is gonna feed into the later conversation, right? Women are more powerful than I previously thought. So if you already read the title, you have a clue. You have a clue about what we're about to talk about, right? You have a clue about what we're about to talk about, right? So let me get this straight. So Shorty is what, 19, 19, 20, right? So she's old enough to start her OnlyFans, right? No uproar about that. She's old enough to start her OnlyFans. She's old enough to pop it online, right? She's old enough to purchase a weapon. She's old enough to fight for the military. She's old enough to be charged as an adult, right? No uproar about any of this. Nobody's claiming that she's a child. Nobody's saying that she old. No, not that child. You can't do that to that child, right? No, I don't see any uproar, but let me guess. She is too young. She is too young to be dating another grown adult, no matter how old. No matter how old, right? Shannon Sharp is what, 56, 56 years old. So no matter how old, but she's too young to make a consensual choice, right? She's too young to give consent to an adult, right? A high value guy. Do you think Shannon Sharp is the only guy she's dealt with at some form of fashion on that level, right? Talina, how you doing, Talina? I'm 29. I'm 29. Zaire says exactly what it says. Level the playing field between men and women. Society today don't mind seeing women trick with OF and adult content. Level the playing field. That's my point. That's my larger point. It is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Right? Shouts out to Talina. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. Yeah, that was my point, Zaire. Right? Jay Garcia says feminists hate women. Feminists hate when men date younger women, but nothing is said when she has a fake ID stripper OF at 18 years old. Nobody is saying a god dang on thing. Nobody's saying a dang on thing. Nope. There was no uproar when these women get up there and they get these younger athletes. Nobody gets up there and say anything. Nobody bats an eye. They look at it as, see, here's the thing. And this is the larger point, right? This is when I say that women are more powerful than I previously thought, right? Especially nowadays. The power dynamic is extremely unbalanced, right? And it's not just all on the women. We gotta put a lot of blame on these sissified ass ninjas out here. We have to put a lot of blame on the men, right? For creating a dynamic to where it is extremely unbalanced, right? Welcome to the simpocracy, ninjas. Welcome to the simpocracy where men will literally lay down their lives to get nothing. Right? They will go broke purchasing content, ninjas. They will go broke not getting anything in return. Welcome to the simpocracy where the dynamic between male and females are extremely unbalanced. And you know what, ninja? Right? You know what, ninja? I can't even listen. It is what it is, ninja. I told you this is here to stay. There's nothing going. I made plenty videos, ninja. I made plenty videos, ninja. You ninjas can't be saved, right? You ninjas can't be saved. Talina says, "I'm 41. Would you date me?" Um, I mean, I'm 29, so 41. I mean, that's pretty up there. Up there for me. I mean, you would have to be fine, fine. You would have to be fine, fine, Talina, right? You fine. See, if we're gonna keep it a buck, if we're gonna keep it 100, right? some kind of opportunity to where I see it being beneficial to dating you, right? Got to keep it a buck. Got to keep it a buck. Like you would have to be benefiting. You have to be benefiting my career in a substantial way, right? And I'm not one of these, and I'm not one of these bums that's just about to lay up under you and be like, yeah, baby, yeah, can you pay this? Can you pay that? No, I'm gonna do my man thizzle, right? Definitely do my man thizzle, but it have to be an opportunity there for me to, you know, right? Talina says, I'm finding AF. Shouts out to Talina. Shouts out to Talina. Jaylen says, I also blame the top tier men. Put some value on your Peter Wacker. I agree. I agree. But this is the sympocracy, right? This is the sympocracy in its totality, where the lower men, right? The lower men, they're paying for the OnlyFans, right? They're paying for the content, right? Because they can't touch these women, right? They can't touch these women. See, while you paying for the content, right? While you paying for the OnlyFans, while you looking at the video and jacking your little Peter Whacker, right? You got people like Shannon Sharp, they just throwing money at them, right? 25K per cheek, ninja. 25K per cheek. While the lower totem pole ninjas, right? The lower totem pole ninjas who can't afford it, right? You can't afford that kind of lifestyle. You can't afford nothing that she wants, right? She don't even want to be around you. She don't like her audience. Most of these women despise their audience. They think most of these ninjas are disgusting. Have you ever heard some of these women talk about how their audience, like some of the dudes, they want this, they want that? A lot of these girls do not like their audience. They think most of the men who are subscribed to them are disgusting individuals. They think you are nasty. They think that you are disgusting. They think that how could you, right? Meanwhile, they will let somebody like Shannon Sharp go finish wherever he want to finish. Yeah, you finish there, daddy. Finish there, daddy. Right? And if she's gonna get money out of it, listen. I don't listen. I'm at the point where I'm not even tripping about what women do nowadays. See, a lot of y'all still stuck. Y'all still in red pill rage. Y'all still throwing tantrums. Women need to get on par. Women need to get on code, right? I can't wait till the world blow up and watch how these women, they're gonna be crying and all the buildings gonna be falling apart as ninjas, right? Just wait. Russia gonna come stomping in here as ninjas. Russia's gonna come stomping in here and watch how they run towards us, ninja. They not running nowhere near you, ninja. Still, you can wait, and hope all you want to, ninja. It is not happening, right? You hoping as ninjas. It's not going to happen, right? Once again, I said that women are 10 to 15 years ahead of you, ninjas, right? Men have still not caught up. Men have still not caught on, right? Men are not shifting. Men are not shifting, right? They're not getting their money up in mass. Men are not getting their money up in mass. A lot of men are not where they should be, physically, mentally, emotionally, none of it, right? Spiritually, any of it. Men are not even men anymore, right? I've met chicks, right? I've met chicks stronger than a lot of you ninjas. I've met chicks more hard line than a lot of you ninjas. I've met chicks more loyal than a lot of you ninjas. I've met chicks who are straight up and more direct than a lot of you ninjas, right? Talina, I have no issue. I love all women, right? Shouts out to Zaire with the super chat. I appreciate that. Serious questions. I had this convo the other day in regards to Shannon Sharp and society. What do y'all think corn? Why do y'all think corn is free? And it's because society wants men to be gooners like Unc and worse, Diddy, right? This we're entering. Good question. Good question. And good point. Yes. Society wants men to be gooners. Society wants men to be weak. It is not by accident, Ninja. It is not by coincidence. This is being done very strategically and on purpose. Right? You have to really look around and see what's going on. Yes, men are meant to be broken by what's going on. Right? They're shifting the dynamic. Right? They are shifting the power. That's why I named this whole thing, right? I named this whole thing the symbocracy, because that's where we're going. Strong. There's gonna be very few strong men, right? There are gonna be very few strong men are gonna be sprinkled up there with the top tier men, right? Especially in today's society, right? There's gonna be very few men sprinkled in there. Right? Yeah, they may still marry some of you ninjas. They may still use some of you ninjas, but overall, men are going to continue to get weaker. Nobody's going to do anything about it. We're going to continue down this path because listen, the writing is on the wall, right? Corn addiction is higher than ever, right? You have so many men who still stay at home with their parents. There are already so many men who are not in the workforce, right? They're refusing to get in the workforce. A lot of men are not working. A lot of men are not even masculine anymore. A lot of men are not doing any kind of, hardline jobs, blue collar jobs or anything like that, right? They want the white collar job. So that's already one sign already that men are leaving that hard life and trying to go over to soft life, right? But despite all of that, men are not even up to par. Listen, Gen Z, the chart that I've seen, Gen Z women are on par to surpass Gen Z men in earnings, right? This is going to be the shift right here. This generation, women are going to overtake men in earnings. Yes, it's going to happen, right? Men are not up to date. Men did not get the update. For some reason, men didn't get the update. Why? Why are men not receiving the update? Because men are still stuck in 1945. Listen, listen, my values are also, conservative, but I understand that. Listen, I can't sit back and be like, ninja, let's hold everybody back. Ninja, let's hold the line, ass ninjas, let's hold the line. No, it's not happening. Right? I'm intelligent enough to know where the world is headed. So guess what, ninja? I'm going to adapt. How about you? How about you? No, some of you ninjas, you still gonna be stuck, listening to Fresh and Fit, still stuck listening to Andrew Tate. Ninja, them ninjas already pivoted. Ninja, Fresh and Fit, he doing dang on, he going across the country, to universities, talking crap. Nothing ain't changed. He's doing that. He's just doing that because of the shock value. He done. Fresh and Fit, they're done talking to you ninjas. They're done talking to you ninjas. Them ninjas are done. Andrew Tate, listen, if he ain't in jail, ninja, they're done talking to you ninjas. All of these regular points, these same old talking points, ninja. Oh yeah, woman need to be in the kitchen and all of that stuff, bro. It is not going to bring women back in the kitchen. Right? If anything, you're gonna make them go and want to work more, ninja, and they're gonna deal with whoever they want to deal with when they want to deal with them. And guess what? You're gonna be in your corner, ninja, looking at Andrew Tate. Yes, Mr. Andrew Tate. Yes, Mr. Andrew Tate. Yes, Mr. Fresh and Fit. She deserves nothing. She deserves nothing, ass ninja. Right, Mr. Andrew Tate. Right? Forget him. F them hoes. Right, Mr. Andrew Tate. You are right, Mr. Andrew Tate, rocking back and forth in a chair ass ninja. Rocking back and forth in a chair ass ninja. Right? You ninjas will never learn. Right? You ninjas y'all still don't get it, huh? You still don't get it. Daddy's whoa, pause. OG the GOAT. I'm gonna just call you that. I'm not an Andrew Tate fan, but what is your opinion on him? Red pill, exactly, John. Red pill ass ninjas, red pill rage ass ninjas, right? Say, I'm not an Andrew Tate fan, but what is your opinion on him? I think Andrew Tate has some good lessons. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's went off the cliff with a lot of things, right? And I think he's not leading by example anymore, right? I probably never has really led by example. Think he's pushed a lot of lost young men more into extremism, guiding them and teaching them, right? A lot of guys out here, they're wannabe fake alphas, not really men, right? They're wannabes, right? You have a lot of men out here who really don't know and understand what it actually means to be a man, right? A lot of men out here, they think that it's cool to be, rude to women. They think that it's cool to talk to women any kind of way, right? That seems to be the sentiment now. They think it's cool or manly to disrespect women, without any, context or anything, right? They think it's just all over the place, right? It's all over the place, and that shit is not going to work, right? John says tricking is a part of the game, chap. That's what I'm trying to tell these ninjas. Right? Not gonna lie, it's just monk mode until things change. You gotta get so cold that she gotta fall in line or she gets dishonorably discharged. Listen, that shit ain't gonna work, my boy. I'm sorry. You can see monk mode. See, this is the problem right here, Jaylen. This is the problem right here. See, I want to call this out. Not trying to pick on you, but this is the problem right here. It's just go monk mode until things change, right? Here, listen to his sentence. Read his sentence. He said, "Go monk mode until things change," right? So your goal is to go monk mode, right? Not for yourself. You're going monk mode until you see things change. Not for yourself, not until you change, right? Not until you get up to par, not until you become the man that you need to be in a future society, right? But until things change, Ninja is not going to change, Ninja. So as a matter of fact, Ninja, you might as well go ahead and buy your plane ticket, go over there to the Himalayan ass mountains, Ninja, right? I think there's some monks over there in the Himalayan somewhere. Yeah, go over there, Ninja. Go over there with the monks at. They somewhere in the mountains, Ninja. I'm sure when you get off the plane, Ninja, when you get off the plane, there's somebody that's going to be right there to meet you, right? When you land, as Ninja, right? They're gonna be in hoodies and shit, looking like the Illuminati ass ninjas, right? They're gonna guide you up into the mountains. It's gonna take a few days to get up there, Ninja. It's gonna be cold up there too, Ninja. So you might want to take a jacket, Ninja. Might want to take a jacket. So if you want to go into monk mode until things change, ass Ninja, then go to the Himalayas, Ninja. You're gonna be up there for a while, Ninja. You might just be up there for the rest of your goddamn gone life, Ninja, because it ain't changing, Ninja. As a matter of fact, Ninja, it may just spread to the Himalayas, Ninja. Yep, it might just spread to the Himalayas, ass Ninja, right? Before you know it, them ninjas are gonna start coming down. Like, Ninja, have you seen these monk asses down there, Ninja? Have you seen these monk asses down there, ninjas? They done got thick down there, Ninja. We about to go get us some. Ninja gonna be like, what happened to monk mode, Ninja? Fuck monk mode, Ninja. You don't see this ass down here, Ninja? You don't see that ass down there, Ninja? They done got Ninja. We going down there to get us some, ass Ninja. Ninja gonna be up there by himself like, Ninja, I guess it's just me, ass Ninja. I guess it's just me. See, turn up the video says, I see nothing wrong with monk mode. I didn't say anything was wrong with monk mode. I didn't say anything was wrong with monk mode. I said do monk mode for you. He was saying that I'm going to go into monk mode until things change. And I'm like, well, you're going to go into monk mode because of outside things. You're going to go into monk mode for things that you can't even control. He can't control society. I can't control society. You can't control society. We can't control the trajectory of where society is going. This stuff is way bigger than us. We can't control women. We can't control anything that they do. He talking about go monk mode until things change, and then it doesn't change. It's not going to change because they have the freedom to do whatever they want to do, and they're going to do whatever they want to do. So my thing is, if you're doing it for everything outside of yourself, Ninja, you're just going to be left in the wind. You're going to be left in the wind, and God bless you, Ninja. God bless you, because that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be, right? So here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. 80 to 90% of men are powerless, desperate, right? And this is what I call under the full of Jezzy. Yep. Under full control of Jezebel. Welcome to the Simpocracy, ninjas. Right? 80 and yep, I said 80 to 90%. 80 to 90% are men, 80 to 90% of men are powerless, desperate, and under full control of Jezebel. Jezebel is running this hypocrisy, and most ninjas are biting, right? They're biting because one, you got to understand, most men do not care. Hear me out. Most men do not care to be masculine anymore. Yep, I said it. Right? Despite all of this red pill content, despite all of this, the Andrew Tates and the Fresh and Fits and the CGAs of the world, despite all of this content, ninja, despite all of this, most men do not want to be masculine. No, they don't. Most men are fake masculine. They're faking and flogging, right? They'll sit here and watch content all day long. Like, yeah, ninja, yeah, I'm gonna put these women in their place, ninja, and ninja, yeah, they gonna fall in line, ninja. Meanwhile, he clicking on the other tab, ninja. He got corn opened up in this tab as ninja. Then on the other tab, he got his favorite Instagram model, OnlyFans in there, ninja, paying $9.99 per month as ninja. So he got it. He got all that pulled up. Meanwhile, talking all that shit, ninja. Ninja's not doing nothing, right? And the key point, the key factors of it, you can tell by what men are doing, right? By what they're doing in their lives. By what they're doing in their lives. Men are refusing to level up, right? Men are refusing to get on par. And ninjas think that there's going to be a revolution, ninja. Ninja, you're going to be dead before a revolution ever happens, ninja. Before a woman ever come back. They're not coming back. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that to you, right? You think you ninjas want marriage. Ninjas, most of y'all are not even prepared for marriage. Right? Ninjas so desperately want marriage, but ninjas, you not even prepared for marriage. You don't even have the money for marriage. Ninja, do you have the balls, the cojones? Right? Most of you can't even lead yourself to the dang on toilet, ninja. Most of you can't even lead yourself to the dang on toilet talking about some you want a wife. Ninja, most of y'all just want somebody, most men, and I'm going to just call it how I see it. Most men just want a woman to control just because. I'm saying it. Cartier, what's going on? Ninjas just want a woman that they control just for the hell of it. Right? Jay Garcia, exactly. Telling her to make me a sandwich and can't even afford groceries, ass ninja. Ninja talking about going there and making me a sandwich, ass ninja. Ninja got the Kroger brand of bread in there, ass ninja. Not even a good bread, the Kroger brand, ass ninja. Right? And peanut butter and jelly, ninja. Ninja telling her to go and make me a sandwich on that nasty ass bread, ninja, and that nasty ass peanut butter and jelly, ninja. Still not even not even a good jelly, ninja. Not even a good peanut butter, ass ninja. It's the Kroger brand, ninja, the store brand, ninja, with all the bad ingredients, ninja. The stuff that's gonna give you cancer, ninja. Go and make me a cancer sandwich, ass ninja. Right? Ninjas just want a woman that they can control. Ninjas are not even built for it. They're not built for marriage. They're not built for relationship. They're not built for dating. Most of these women are run straight over you, ninjas, right? Because you have no backbone, you have no cojones, you have no balls, ninja. But yeah, let me get a wife, ninja. When I get a wife, I'm gonna be in there. Ninja just want something to beat on, ninja. Ninja just want a fresh hole to come back to and somebody to control and argue with, ass ninja. Somebody to argue with, right? Somebody you can control. Ninjas just want to see what's wrong with a lot of men is that they want the women to feel to be able to feel like men, right? You want the women because you want to feel like a man, right? But I've learned this early on, ninja. I've learned this early on. The woman doesn't make you a man. The man gets the woman. Let me repeat that. The women don't make you a man. The man just gets the woman. But so many men are so focused on pool 90 because you ninjas are professional gooners, ninja. Right? Corn has messed you ninjas' head up so much, ninja. Right? Your ability to not be able to get woman has messed you ninjas up so bad, right? Your ability to not get woman has messed you up so bad. right? Ninjas are out here desperate, full desperate mode. Ninjas out here starving. Look at ninjas leaving. They can't handle it. JC says, I'll be back. Turn up the video speed. Said, it's like what Aaron Clare said ages ago. We're looking at a lost generation, and I think Stardust said it first, right? Severa said, then these same lazy ninjas don't want to put in work, hate on the ninjas that do. Exactly. Ty Packer says, give up the corn, join SR, get lean, learn to fight. Absolutely. Right? This generation is cooked. And I've already said many times, like I've already reiterated for the ninjas who do want to get married, for the ninjas who do want wives, ninjas, there's very, 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 very few needles in the haystack, if any at all, right? Y'all already seen the chick that I had on here, right? She's quote unquote a needle in the haystack, ninja. She's quote unquote a needle in the haystack, but ninja, I don't put anything past anybody, ninja. She can be out here faking and flogging too, ninja. You ninjas, as soon as you put a chick up here, ninjas is all falling in love. Yeah, that's the one right there, ass ninja. Yep, that's the one. She's the one. Yep, I need her. Yep. She's definitely marriage material. She's definitely marriage material. Ninja, see, that's how y'all get finessed. That's how y'all get finessed. Oh yeah, she different. She different. All right, ninja. Cartier, let's pray for her. Let's pray that their relationship works out. Let's pray, ninja. Get out of here, ninja. Get up out of here. Ninjas think it's just so they just so different. Ninja, bro, I've seen women come up here, well, talk to women with that same exact prototype, ninja. That same exact prototype, you know. Yep, I'm nice. Yep, I'm a Christian. Yep. Like, come on, bro. She's not even battle tested. Ninja's falling in love. She's not even battle tested. Ninja's falling deep in love. She not even battle tested. Most of the stuff that she even when y'all was asking her questions, Ninja, most of the stuff that she was even saying is probably regurgitated stuff, bro. She's 18. What does she know, Ninja? What does she know about a relationship? What does she know about being concerned? What does she know about it, Ninja? You take her word for what, Ninja? You take her word with a grain of salt, ass Ninja. Ninja's one smile away from falling in love, as Ninja. She said something. All she got to do is say something that you ninjas agree with. Yep, I'm a conservative. Oh boy, yep, that's the one. Right? We'll see you in court in 5 years, Ninja. We'll see you in court in 5 years. Ninjas out here weak, right? Out here weak. Well, hold on one second. I got to take a. I've been drinking water. Let me take a potty break real quick. I'll be right back. Ooh, all right, I'm back. That's what that water do to you. That's what drinking that water all day do to you right there. Have you pissing all day. But anyway, Cartier said, where Moy at? I don't know where Moy at. I think he's been making content over there. He's been making content over there. Shouts out to Moy. Go over there and subscribe to Moy. Cartier said, sad state of affairs. This is just what's going on. See, here's my theory, man. Have y'all ever heard of the Samson and Delilah story, right? Have y'all ever heard of Samson and Delilah story? Somebody put a super chat in the. Somebody go ahead and super chat. Go ahead and throw a super chat in there. Support the show, ass ninjas. Support the show. Most men are in the predicament of Samson, right? Look at all the greats, right? I think I seen a statistic. I seen a statistic where the majority of men, one way or another, directly or indirectly, were in prison because of a woman, right? Most men are Samson, right? Without the power, without the God-given talent, without all of that, most men are Samson today, right? Most men have already been castrated. Most men have already been sidetracked of their purpose, right? Most men have already been, betrayed, not even seeing that they have been betrayed, not even seeing the writing on the wall, right? Being, just starstruck with love, as ninja, right? Like I said, as soon as you put up a woman up here that you agree with, as soon as you put a woman up there that you agree with, as soon as you put a woman up there that says the right things, ninja's falling in love. Men are blinded. Men are blinded. And if you're familiar with the story of Samson and Delilah, ninja, guess what? Guess what? The ninja ended up, he was redeemed at the end, but guess what? He ended up dying at the end. Even when he was redeemed, he still died. Imagine if he never entrusted Delilah. He trusted her. Right? For you, this is for you ninjas who soon as you put up a woman, who says I'm conservative, and I believe this. 18-year-old. Y'all keep talking about what's young. Let's see what y'all put. Right? Ninjas put in here. Okay, so how young is too young for a man dating a woman? That's crazy. So 18 to 21. So most of y'all believe that 18 to 21 is too young. Okay, with that being said, for you ninjas who was in the other live stream when old girl was in there talking, ninja, and y'all was in there asking her the questions, ninja was over there falling in love, ninja. So if that's the case, how y'all let a 18-year-old come over there and y'all start falling in love? How did that happen? How did that happen? 18 is too young, but for some reason you ninjas start falling in love when she started talking how you wanted her to talk. Right? Start regurgitating talking points. Ninjas, she don't know what she don't know what she talking about. She don't have a clue about what she talking about. Googly said 18. Listen, this is what they said. 18 to 21 can be molded if she hasn't been indoctrinated by social media, but honestly, not worth the effort. I agree. That's one thing that I agree about. Even though she doesn't know what she talking about, right? You can come over there as an older, more mature man, have some life experience. You can come over there and mold her. See, this is what a lot of women don't like either, right? A lot of the older women, they don't like the fact that now they're not of age anymore. Why? Because now the older woman listen, ladies, don't beat me up. I know we got some ladies in here. Talina, listen, she says she fine like wine. I trust you, Talina. Not just coming after y'all, ladies, but after you age so much, you lose that power of your beauty. You lose the power of your beauty. You lose the power and control that you have over a man, right? Even though nowadays, even a lot of the older women still got control over a lot of you ninjas. Even the older woman still got control over a lot of you ninjas. They still can have their way. They still can have their way with a lot of you ninjas, right? But as you age, as a woman ages, as she get older, right, she loses that beauty, right? She loses that power that she has is over a man. She loses that power that she has over a man. So really, when women get up here, so Shannon Sharp, for an example, really when women get up here and say, "Oh, she's too young," what they really mean is, "I'm too old, ninja." That's what they really mean. When they get up there and scream from the Himalayan mountains, ninja, she's too young, ninja. What they're really saying is, I'm too old, because when they were in that same position, guess what they were doing? They were doing exactly what old girl was doing. They were over there messing around with older men, ninja. How many chicks have I seen, especially in high school, who are getting in the cars of somebody older, right? Even in college, ninja, right? Seeing girls hopping in cars with more established guys who had cars on campus, ninja. They were seniors or graduated, ninja, or already in their careers, ninja. Ninjas were coming back to campus, scooping up some of the young freshmen, little thotty pockets, right? Little thought pockets, right? Hopping in their Jaguars, hopping in their Benzos, ninjas. You know how many chicks I seen who are messing with older women. So it's not that they really think that she is too young, ninja. It's not that they really think that she's too young. It's because they are no longer 18. They are no longer 19. They're no longer 21, ninja. So now that they're seeing a woman who is 18, 19, 20, they're hollering, oh, fair, foul play, foul play. No, it's not that it's really foul. They just upset that they can no longer do what she does. They wish that they can be in her position to sue this ninja for $50 million. That's why they're calling foul, because they actually wish they're living through her, ninja. They wish that they had the power and control that she has at her youth, right? If you look through, it ain't nothing but a bunch of old broads. It ain't nothing but a bunch of old broads in there talking about, yeah, he'll PDF file. He'll PDF file. Yeah, I can't believe. And despite what 81% of y'all are saying right now, yeah, 18 to 21, that's too young. Ninja, please. Like, I get it. But then again, it depends on a lot of stuff. You know how many 30, 40 year olds I've met who are extremely immature, ninja? You know how many 30, 40 year olds that I've met who are extremely immature? Many of them. Many of them. And you know how many 18-year-olds that I met who were extremely mature? Many of them. So it's relative. It's relative. Just because she's 18, 19 doesn't mean that she can't handle her own. I met plenty of chicks who are 18, 19, and you would think that they're 30 something by the way that they handle themselves, by the way that they're able to elaborate and speak for themselves, right? To be able to verbalize how they feel and what's going on around them. There's plenty of mature women who are 18, 19 years old. Trust and believe it. But you're still going to see women call foul. Oh, foul on the play ass ninja, right? Foul on the play ass ninja. It's only a foul because they're no longer 18, 19. They know that they can't pull the same cards, right? And somebody asked, okay, they're saying that they're always complaining when the men do it, right? We know why they complain when the men do it, right? And not when the women. It's not about the age. It's never been about the age. Listen closely. It's not about any of that. For those of you who are commenting whole paragraphs, you're gonna have to super chat, buddy. For those of you who are commenting whole paragraphs, right, and you're not a member, you're gonna have to super chat. Don't come in here and super chat whole paragraphs. Don't come in here and not super chat whole paragraphs. Don't come in here and type whole paragraphs if you're not super chatting, right? It's about the power and control. That's what it comes down to. It comes back down to Samson and Delilah, right? And Delilah didn't even sell him out for power and control. Delilah sold him out. Well, she and to some extent she still kind of wanted some kind of power and control. Shouts out to Moy coming in the chat. He hiding in the cut. Masculinity Rocks 2025. Shouts out to Moy. Go over there and check out more. He got some biking content over there. Go over there and check out more. Go over there and subscribe to more. So listen, it's about the power and control, right? You ninjas think it's just about the argument. Oh, she's 19. No, no. It's not about any of that. They want the ability to do what they want on their terms, right? But in the same breath, they don't want men to do the same, right? So that's why there's so many things against men right now, right? No more shaming women. No more shaming women. You can't shame women anymore. That shit don't work. But guess what? You can shame men. Yep. You can shame men to the point of suing them. You can shame men to the point of telling them, oh, you need to get married because you don't want to be out here like Shannon Sharp, right? You can shame men to the point where now they got to deal with the child custody courts. You can shame men into, they raising a child that is not theirs, right? You can shame men into all of this, but guess what? You cannot shame women anymore. That ship sailed a long time ago. Men are the new women, right? Men are the new women. Everything is in reverse. Everything is in reverse. Turn up the video speed. You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Oh, you can shame women. It's just not as easy. Ninja, shame a woman where? Shame a woman where, Ninja? Shame a woman where? There's upwards to 10 to 15 million young women from the ages of 18 to 24, 18 to 23, 18 to 24, one of those ages, between those ages, 10 to 15 million women who currently have OnlyFans accounts. Ninja, shame who? Shame where, Ninja? You're not shaming women into doing anything. They're trying to get a bag. Why are they trying to get a bag? Why are they trying to get a bag, ass ninjas? Y'all wanna answer that question, ass ninjas? You wanna answer that question, ass ninja? Why are they trying to get to the bag, ninja? I wonder why they trying to get to the bag. Maybe because only the top 10% of men who they really want, only a certain percent of men who actually have the bag, not even outside of the top 10%, right? Even outside of the top 10%. How many men actually have their shit together? I'll wait. Exactly, boy. Exactly. She wants the bag because men aren't holding up. Men aren't holding up. And exactly, John, that bag maker, bro, the bag, listen, the bag, the money, I don't care what y'all say, right? Shouts out to TC. Even TC tried to get up here and say, oh, I don't believe in the tricking. I don't believe, ninja, you're gonna be tricking anyway. Make it make sense. You're gonna be tricking anyway, ninja. Either you're gonna trick on your wife, ninja, or you're gonna trick on your wife and a side piece, ninja, or you're gonna be tricking in general, ninja. You're gonna spend some money, ninja. I don't know where y'all keep getting this concept from that, oh yeah, I'm not tricking on no one. Yeah, all right, ninja, all right. Yeah, ninja, yeah, okay, ninja, yeah, all right, yeah, no, yeah, okay. I don't know what women. I don't know what kind of woman you dealing with, ninja. You going to the gas station, ninja, and finding a little roach behind the store, ass ninja. Hey, come here, come here, come here. I'll give you $40. I'll give you $40 if you give me some of those gums, ass ninja. I'll give you $40. I'll give you $40 if you give me some of those gums, ass ninja. Ninja, going behind the store looking for that roach that you seen after work, ninja. You knew she was gonna be cheap, ninja. You knew she was gonna be cheap. You knew she was out. Matter of fact, she was homeless, ninja. You seen that homeless lady behind the gas station, ass ninja. So you went back over there at night, right? When the gas station got a little less busy, ass ninja. I know what you did. You went over there when they got less busy. You seen if she was over there. You seen her behind the gas station, ass ninja. You told her, come here. I got 40. I got 40. She came over there limping, ass ninja. She came over there limping, ass ninja. What you say, baby? What you say? I got you 40. I got you 40. Some of those gums. Got you 40 for some gums. Some what, baby? Some gums. Give me some of them some gums. Okay. Open up the door for me. Ninja. Talking about some you ain't gonna deal with no woman without paying, ninja, sliding behind a gas station, ass ninja. Come on now. You gonna trick if that's the word that y'all want to use. If that's the word that y'all want to use, Cartier says not to whisper it. Ninja said, I got 40. He trying to be silent, Ninja, at night so nobody don't hear him, ass Ninja. Embarrassed ass Ninja. Right? You know you wrong, ass Ninja. But Ninja's out here talking about some, he shouldn't have been tricking. He shouldn't have been doing this, Ninja. Huh? I don't understand how people don't understand this concept yet. I don't understand how people don't understand this concept. Shouts out to MC, man. Shouts out to MC with the super chat. I'm dealing with a situation involving a vindictive woman, and it made me realize how powerful women can be in USA. She made an allegation against me with no proof, and now have to prove my innocence in court, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. But this is where it's at. Shouts out to Kels says, by the way, I'm sub. Shouts out to Kels. But sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, MC. But this is where we at, gentlemen. Right? And you see how easy it is for them to bring down powerful men. So imagine what they're gonna do to little old me and little old you, Ninja. Imagine what can happen to little old me and little old you, Ninja. We don't stand a dang on chance if they can bring down some of the most powerful guys, right? We talking about even Trump, Biden, Ninja. It don't matter. Clinton, right? Diddy, no Diddy, Ninja, right? It doesn't matter. Billionaires who can be brought down. Remember the football coach? Who was the football coach? Not the football coach, the football owner. Who was that? Was it the Patriots owner? Who was that? Who got caught in Florida? He was at one of the little Asian massage joints. He was at one of the Asian massage joints. I forgot what coach owner that was, Ninja. Right? But I think they ended up burying that case. But Ninja, it does not matter. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Tarada says, I'm starting to think I should promote these rich guys getting trapped because they're the only ones with enough money to change the laws. They're the only ones with the money to change the laws, but they're not going to change the laws, right? As long as they have, bro, this is the Delilah and Samson effect. Everybody's getting their haircut. Everybody's getting their haircut, Ninja. And that's just a metaphor. Everybody's getting their haircut. And if you followed the story of Samson and Delilah, where was his power? Where was his power? His power was in his hair, right? His power was in his hair. This is why, when I read this, it was like, this was an interesting story, Ninja. This is for those of you who don't know, right? This is a biblical story, Ninja. This is more so a warning, Ninja. Right? It was a very, very interesting story. So he kept remember. Shouts out to MC again. I lost my 6-figure job to a woman I have never even met. Dang. I paid over $9,000 to my attorney to defend me in court. This is the craziest thing I have to deal with. America's fuck. Stay safe, bros. Man, shouts out to MC, man. I hope everything works out. Hope everything pans out for you. Sorry to hear that. $9,000 to my attorneys. See, are you ninjas ready to deal with that? And MC is not a celebrity. MC is not a celebrity. Right? So this is just like, remember when I told y'all the story when I was stuck on base, right? I was held on base for an investigation that ended up turning out that the girl was lying. Right? Not on me per se, but I was involved with a party. I was involved in a party, right, with other guys and girls, right? The other guys, were involved in allegedly graping the girl, right? When we hosted a little, I think it was a Memorial Day party off base, Ninja, and she tried to say that they graped her. Luckily, somebody recorded everything in the hotel room, right? But even still, after all of that, I had to stay on base, held for an investigation because a chick wanted to sit up there and lie, right? Something I didn't even have nothing to do with. I barely even knew her. I barely even knew the chick. right? Barely even knew the chick, barely even knew her name. She was an associate. But I still had to face consequences because I was indirectly involved, Ninja. And just to find out that she was lying. She was scared to look like she was scared to look like a whore, right? So she ended up lying on them. But luckily they had video proof, Ninja. Yeah, it could go badly. It can go south for anybody. It can go south for anybody, but this is what MC said. He didn't realize how powerful women have gotten, right? He didn't realize how powerful women have gotten. Ninja, it's done. Dudes are handing over power, Ninja. Do y'all realize ninjas getting haircuts, Ninja? I understand the metaphor. Ninjas are getting haircuts. Like I said, where was Samson's power? Where was Samson's power? Samson's power was in his hair, right? And peep this, peep this. He kept lying to the chick. He kept lying to her. And I'm wondering, like, okay, Samson kept lying to her. Like, okay. He kept lying to the bit to protect himself, Ninja. He kept lying to the bit to protect himself and to continue on to his purpose. When they keep telling you, Ninja, it's a trap, Ninja. When they keep telling you, oh, reveal your feelings, ass Ninja. Reveal your feelings. Right? For you biblical ass ninjas, right? Reveal your feelings. Tell us your feelings. Oh, men have emotions. Yeah, we have emotions, but they're not meant to be revealed to women, ninja. Right? Especially women who you have no discernment with, who you know for a fact don't have your best interest in mind. And even for the women who do have your interest in mind, ninja, it is still not meant for you to be sharing weaknesses, ninja, because you will be out here haircut, ninja, powerless, purposeless, and you'll be killed by the Philistines, ninja. Right? Both eyes gouged out, right? Poked out, ninja. That's what they did to him. Cut his hair, he became powerless. Right? And then after that, after he became powerless, guess what they did? They took him, right? Poked his eyes out. Took him and poked his eyes out and then threw him in prison. He eventually gained some of his power back and was able to kill some of them, but he killed himself in the process, ninja. Imagine if he never fell for Delilah, ninja. Imagine if he still kept on with his purpose, ninja. He would still have been that powerful man. But no, that's not what he chose to do. He chose to fall in love, and he told the truth to a woman that he felt like he trusted and loved, ninja. If that's not an example of what, ninja, this was in the Bible, ninja. For you biblical ass ninja, this was in the Bible, ninja. This was in the Bible. That's what the Bible said, ninja. So even God said, ninja, y'all might want to stay away from these bitches, man. Even God said, listen, I know this is my creation, ninja, but I think I went somewhere wrong, ninja. So until I come back, ninja, you ninjas might want to stay away from these hoes. All right. Listen, I told you already with Eve, ninja. You ninjas still didn't listen, ninja. I gave you authority over the garden, ninja. You still let that bitch come in here and make you eat that goddamn apple, ninja. You let that bitch come in here and make you eat that apple, ninja. Now you ninjas on earth, ninja, suffering, ninja. Yeah, y'all could have been in the garden, ninja. I gave you authority, ninja. Right? I gave you the power over the Punani, not the Punani power over you, ninja. You did it wrong, Adam. You did it wrong, Adam. Now the Punani had power over you, ninja, and you let Eve talk to the dang on snake, so she cheated on you with the snake. She was over there smashing the devil ass, ninja. We don't want to talk about that though. Eve was over there smashing the dang on Satan over there, the angelic ninja, right? You remember Lucifer was one of the angels from heaven, ninja. So he was over there probably hitting Eve behind the bush, ninja. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, you go over there. Y'all know how when ninjas get set up in the hood, ninja? When ninjas get set up in the hood, the ninja be hitting this chick behind closed doors. Yeah, go over there and set little Brody up over there, ninja. Go over there and set Brody up. He hitting your chick, right? He hitting your chick. Yeah, go over there and set up Brody. Yeah, tell him that you coming back at 8. We're gonna give him a little surprise ass ninja. Right? So that's basically what Eve did. Eve was over there intermingling with Lucifer ninja. Right? Like, yeah, we're gonna set up this ninja Adam, right? what you gonna do is you're gonna go over there and make him eat that apple, Ninja. Right? And she not knowing that, hey, she was gonna suffer too, Ninja. That she was gonna suffer too. So, Ninja, you can't escape. Y'all want to escape lessons. Y'all want to escape lessons. This stuff has been written for thousands. This stuff has been written for thousands of years, and you ninjas still don't get it. You ninjas have allowed the sympocracy to exist because you don't want to improve, because you don't want to follow your purpose, right? Because you think punani is so important, right? You ninjas think falling in love is your sole purpose. Ninjas out here down and out, desperate and disgusted, ninja. Y'all down and out because women are not acting in your favor, ninja. Maybe if you get up there, ninja. Maybe if you get up there and then peep this, even still, listen, y'all think moving up the rank that y'all gonna deal with so many women, bro, that's not the goal. That has never been the goal. Yeah, I get up here and talk about, having different women and all of that. Yeah, I think men need multiple women and all of that stuff. But honestly speaking, right? Yeah, you can have multiple women, but you're supposed to have multiple trusted sources, right? And then still, you got to keep them at bay, right? Samson let a chick get too close to him, right? Even if that's a chick that you love, Ninja, you can't let her get too close to you. You can't let her know everything, Ninja. You can't let her know all of your secrets, Ninja, right? Because if you do, Ninja, that can be your downfall, Ninja. Now you've thrown off your purpose. Now you've thrown off your gifts, right? Now you've lost your gifts. Now you've lost your blessings. Now you've lost resources, Ninja. And this is what's going on currently in America. This is what's going on currently in the West. Ninjas getting haircuts, Ninja. They're losing their power. Ninjas already lost their power, right? Guys have already lost their power. Already. They've already lost their power. Dudes are out here cooked, right? And they're willingly handing it over, right? Most women have power over most of you. 80 to 90% of you have no power. You have no reason to say so, right? You're not that guy. One, because you're not grinding. You're not grinding after your purpose. You're not grinding to do what you need to do to be the man that you need to be. But okay, let's continue to blame the woman though. Let's continue to blame the woman, right? And back to and just like the chick that I had on, Ninja, y'all so quick to think that oh, she's a good girl, Ninja. What good girls? What good girls when they have all the leverage, Ninjas? There's no such thing as a good girl when they understand and acknowledge that they have the leverage. You don't think that these chicks understand and know that they have the leverage? You think they don't know what's going on? Right? People keep calling her young with the Shannon Sharp situation. Oh, she's 18 years old. Ninja, so? How many times have we had this discussion, gentlemen? I've said plenty of times, bro, these girls are starting as early as 13, 14 years old. They were already getting hollered at, right? We understand that, yeah, that's some PDF behavior. Yeah, sure. But they've had to maneuver this stuff since before men started dropping their nuts, before men knew what a nut was. You ninjas don't find out what a nut is until you 21 years old. Women have been ahead of the game 15 years before you ninjas. So they've already had to maneuver this. They've already had to deal with grown men, right? Because their youth, their beauty, it starts early. Yes, 13, 14 years old. When they start developing hips, when they start developing boobies, all of that stuff. That's when their youth starts. So they've had to maneuver this for the longest. They've had to see what the game was for the longest, right? They've had to play the game for the longest, right? You think a 14, 15, 16-year-old don't know what she's doing? Yes, she's young. Yes, she's underage. Yes. Right? Yeah, she's not the most mature. Yes, we can all acknowledge that. But to go as far as to say that these girls do not know what they're doing is asinine. Society's giving women too much grace. Society's giving young women too much grace. Right? Society's giving teenage women too much grace. but they understand the game. They can play the damsel in distress. They can play the little Dixie, right? They can play those games, right? Because they've been learning the game already. See, society has not caught up either. Society is on par with men, right? Society is on the same level as men as far as mentally, right? And catching up. Society still thinks that an 18-year-old is freaking young, ninja. For whatever reason. Society still thinks an 18-year-old is young. Bro, these bitches know what they're doing. Bro. What? I had chicks in high school in the bleachers, ninja. On the staircase, ninja. You think they didn't know what they were doing, ninja? They knew what they were doing, ninja. Trust me, they knew what they were doing, ninja. You think they didn't know what they were doing when they were skipping school, ninja? But all of a sudden, 18, her frontal lobe hasn't developed, ninja. She doesn't know what she's doing. Man, please. She knew what she was doing since the age of 14 years old, and she's been doing it very well, ninja. She's been doing it extremely well. So much so, ninja, that she's developed a whole platform business model because she can do it so well. But y'all keep saying that, okay, 18, all right, ninja. All right. Come on now. Am I talking to somebody tonight, ninja? Come on, give me y'all, bro, this is what's going on. So y'all can keep on pretending, y'all can keep on hee-heeing and ha-ha and lollygagging and all that shit, ninja. Y'all gonna get caught up out here, ninja. Because most men are just going to turn into professional gooners. There's not going to, when I said there's only going to be 10% of men, right? Even on this channel, ninja, right? My goal is not to, I can give out the information, I can give out the knowledge, but my goal is not to help all of you ninjas. The people who are going to help themselves are going to be people who help themselves, ninja. That's only going to be 10% of you ninjas. It's only going to be 10%. It was always going to be 10%. Most of you are just not going to make it. Period. Most of you are not going to make it. Most of you are going to get left in the field. Most of you still think it's a game until it's not a game, ass ninjas. What's going on, Bebop? And you would think, Cartier, that the information is already out there, but ninjas still confused. Ninja, have you ever talked to some of these ninjas? Hey, get this ninja up out of here. Sunshine, you can go. See, ninjas want to come in here and play. Get the fuck up out of here. Get on up out of here. Ninjas think it's a game. Jay says I vouch for Sharia. Ninja, are you talking about Sharia law, ninja? Shouts out to MC. Y'all gonna let MC be the only one that super chat, ninja? Y'all gonna let MC be the one that super chat? Shouts out to MC, man. Y'all gonna let MC be the only one that super chat? 18 is old enough to go to war, vote for the future of the country, serve on a jury duty, but not old enough to be tossed and held accountable. Bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Exactly what he said. Exactly what he said. You can do everything up under the sun, but I can't. You telling me she can go to jail, serve a life sentence. She could serve the military. At 18, you can own a weapon. You can own a rifle in most states at 18. You can't. Most states, you got to be 21 to own a pistol, a handgun. But for the most part, in most states, at 18, you can own a rifle, a full-blown rifle. You can go to the store at 18 and buy AR-15, right? You can go to the store and buy an AK-47 at 18 years old in the majority of the United States of America, right? You can serve on the force. You can do all of this stuff, but I can't toss her. I can't bring her over and toss her little ass around. You telling me she can do all of this, but y'all ninjas draw the line? You ninjas draw the line when I want to toss her, when I want to have a little fun, ninja, so the government can use her, right? Y'all can get all her taxes, ninja. Y'all can go use her for war and all that stuff, right? So the government can use her, everybody else can use her, the workforce can use a ninja. But when I want to use a ninja, that's when we all. I see what it's about now. I see what it's about. I see what it's about. Sharia will save men. Ninjas in here talking about Sharia law. You ninjas are sick. Ninja, you think the good old Christians are gonna let Sharia law into this country? You think we're gonna let Sharia law in the United States, in the US of A, ninja? You think we're gonna let Sharia law come into the US of A, ninja? Over our dead bodies? Ninja? Over our dead bodies? Listen, you ninjas better wake up. Talking about good girls, ninja. You ninjas, bro. I wish I can replay the video. Ninjas in there just asking all kind of questions, right? Rightfully so. Ninjas asking questions. Ninjas curious, but ninjas falling in love, asking the old little girl, little 18-year-old little snow bunny, asking her all little questions and stuff. Like they falling in love. Yeah, she got a good head on her shoulders, ninja. Bro, y'all ninjas. I can tell some of you ninjas have never been around. You ninjas have never been finessed, huh? And not saying that she was that, but you ninjas have never been finessed, huh? I can tell that some of you ninjas have never really dealt with women like that because you've never been finessed, huh? Right? A woman have never really talked that good talk to you. This is why men need to go to the strip club. See, I believe in necessary evils, right? I believe in necessary evils. I believe that men should get certain. I believe a man should get certain amount of nuts out of his system, right? I believe that men should be put in front of beautiful women. I believe that men should go to the strip club, ninja, because some of you ninjas, y'all just need to get this out because you can tell because a lot of ninjas have never been finessed, right? They fall in love with the first thing that look at them, right? Soon as she starts speaking, right? Oh yeah, that's the one right there. 10 years later, ninja, divorced ass ninja. Why? Because you've never been finessed. You've never been finessed. You've never been bamboozled, right, ninja? You've never been lied to, ninja. And then some of you ninjas, you have been lied to. You just don't learn lessons as ninja, right? Just like this ninja I was talking to at work, ninja. This ninja's like 23 years old. He's already on his second marriage. I'm like, what, ninja? The chick that he was with, his first marriage, his first wife, he got married at 18. Got married at 18, 19. The first wife that he was with cheated on him with his best friend, had his baby ass ninja. Had his baby, right? And he didn't find out until the baby was one that it wasn't his baby. Then he went on and married another girl. Like, ninja, you only 20 something, ninja. Relax, ninja. What's the rush? What's the rush, ninja? This ninja in a rush to get married at 20 something years old, early 20s, after just coming out of his first marriage at 18. You can't make this shit up. These ninjas are going out bad out here. You think he would have learned from the first situation to get out here and understand the dynamic, chase your purpose, not no dang on woman, not get out here and get married again, ninja, for the second time. Ninja gonna get finessed again. I guarantee it. And I'm not trying to be negative Nancy, but the ninja gonna get finessed again. I guarantee it because there's no way he learned. He didn't learn his lesson. He didn't learn anything. Yes, second marriage. Second marriage. Ninjas will look at the state of the world and society and say God will fix it. You can't make it up, ninja. Ninja still praying, ninja. I mean, I'm not saying don't pray. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying ninjas out here praying like ninja prayed like, yes, Lord, I come to you as a faithful servant. Ninja still snotty nose, got snot in his nose. I come to you as a faithful servant, ninja, and I just pray that you bring me a good wife, and that she cooks and clean like Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit says. Make her exactly like Andrew Tate says. She doesn't talk back, and she cooks and cleans, and She follows my lead. She follows my lead. And yeah, amen. Ninja go back to gooning ass Ninja. Ninja after he finished praying, he click on his tab ass Ninja. Go back to Instagram, start jacking his little piggly wiggly Ninja. Start jacking his little piggly wiggly. Right after prayer, Ninja don't put in no work. Ninja's up here praying, not even putting in no work. Ninja, what is prayer? Prayer without works, Ninja? Prayer without works is dead ass, Ninja. It's dead. Ninja's praying and still sitting on the couch. Ninja talking about, can I please have a 6-pack, oh Lord? Ninja, you ain't been, when you gonna open up a gym membership, Ninja? Ninja still sitting at home, have not started a gym membership yet. Ninja, you 250 pounds, Ninja, get started. Ninja's not gonna start it. Ninjas really don't want to do any work. Dude, this is what I've learned. Dudes just talk. Ninjas just talk. Guys just talk. Guys are all talk. All talk. They really don't want it. They really don't want to get it. They really don't want to level up. They really don't want to get to the money. They really don't want to get any skills. What dudes really want is infinite punani. That's all they want. They want infinite coochie. They want infinite booty. That's all they want. That's all they want. They want infinite amount of booty by any means necessary. Well, not by any means necessary. The cheapest means necessary. The Ninjas just want booty. If they got to talk to girls all weekend, Ninja, spend their mama's money, their grandma's money going out to the club just to holler at these chicks who, by the way, are on the other side of the field, Ninja. Because as soon as you get done talking to her, guess where she's going, Ninja? She's going to the guy's house that spent $500, right, on her dang on car note. She's going that just gave her $250 to get her nails and toes done, as Ninja. Right? She's going to the 14th floor of the guy that just gave her some money to go out to the club, Ninja. Right? She said, I'm gonna go out to the club. Thanks for the money, Daddy. And when 12 o'clock hit, when it last call, Ninja scrambled. Okay. All right. All right, you go over there. You go over there and find some chicks, all right? You go over there and find some. Go, 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 go. All right, I'm gonna go over here. I see a little, nice little Latino over there. I'm about to go check her out, Ninja. Ninja splitting ways. All right, you go over there, I go over there, Ninja. We gonna come together, Ninja. All right, by the end of the night, you ninjas ain't got nothing. Nothing. Ninja, y'all, this is the second day in a row. Friday, and it's failing Saturday too, Ninja. It's failing Saturday too, Ninja. Ninja going, all right, we gotta go. All right, you go over there, talk to her, Ninja. She was looking at you over there, Ninja. I seen her eyeballing you. Ninja swear up and down that he seen a girl looking at him in the club, Ninja. Yeah, she was looking at me, Ninja. You just drunk, Ninja. She was looking at me over there. I seen her go walking up all wobbly ass, Ninja. Right? Yeah, I seen you over there looking at me, ass Ninja. Seen you over there looking at me. Put your number in my phone. Man, these girls will put their number in your phone. You still not gonna get anything. You still not gonna get anything. Tarada, what? What in the world? Some guy told me at work he used to hang himself with a belt while gooning. Unprovoked information. You know what? You know what? Based on some information that I've gathered, based on what I know from a lot of these ninjas, I believe it. I believe it. I definitely believe it. These ninjas will do that. I believe it. Right? These listen, you can't make this up. If you don't understand how doomed men are, I don't know what to tell you. Right? Thinking that, listen, women have gained so much power, right? Right? So we already know they have the courts. They have the courts. They have the media, right? You can't unless something goes terribly wrong, right? To where it's just outright guilt. They have the media. They have the court system. Most women can outright convince men to convince or manipulate, whichever word that you want to use, They can just outright convince and manipulate men to basically do most of their bidding. Prove me wrong. Most women today can absolutely outright convince and manipulate most men. Right? I've seen dudes so down bad, smiling and grinning, hoping for some validation for Slopalopasauruses ninja. I've seen dudes just smiling and hoping that this fat girl looked his way ass ninja, right? That this ugly dinosaur looked at him and just smiled at him. Dudes out here so bad, they just want to smile. They just want any smile at this point. It can be a crooked smile ninja. It can be a gummy smile ass ninja. Any smile will do. Yellow teeth smile. Ninja will take anything at this point. Guys are down bad. Guys are down bad. No, none of those kind of talks. None of those kind of talks. Right? And once again, like I said, men don't desire to be masculine. Men don't desire to get money, ninja, right? And ultimately it comes down to life is too hard for men, right? This is why a lot of men wanted to lean into that drizzle nonsense, right? This is why a lot of men wanted to lean into that drizzle ninja, old fruity ninjas, right? Drizzle ninja, 50-50 ass ninja. Where has that got you, ninjas? Where has that got you, ninjas? You know how many, bro? For you drizzle ninjas, for you drizzle ninjas, right? Bro, the women are complaining about you ninjas. I'm hearing them. They're in my ear, ninja, talking about you 50-50 ass ninjas. You know how many chicks done? I've had conversations with Tommy, just talking to me about, yeah, these guys, they want to split bills and they wanna do this and they wanna do that. They don't wanna take me out on a nice date, ass ninja, right? They wanna go to the local coffee spot. I don't wanna go to the local coffee spot, right? Ninjas wanna go on sandwich dates, ninja. This ninja, what? This ain't 1993, ninja. Ninjas want to go sit in the park and eat a sandwich, ninja. Let's go in the middle of let's go to the park and eat a sandwich, ninja. Bitches don't want to go and eat a sandwich in the park, ninja. They don't want to do that, ninja. Ninja, they want to go to where they see on Instagram. Ninja, either you don't like it or you like it. It is what it is, ninja. I'm not here to convince you to like anything, ninja. I'm just telling you what the game is, ninja. They don't want to go and sit in the park and hold hands, ass ninja. This not your long-term girlfriend, ass ninja. She don't want to go sit in the park and hold hands and get bit by mosquitoes, ninja. Nope. She want to throw on a dress and some heels, ninja, and she want to go to Roof Chris, ass ninja. Yep. Ninjas don't want to hear it. Niggas don't want to hear it. Life is too hard for most men, right? So because life has gotten so hard, most men are just opting out. Tarada says, I don't understand these dudes doing these boring broke people dates. I want fine dining too. Exactly. Exactly. Ninjas think that because they want a broke date, women should broke date. See, men want to lower their standards, right? A lot of men want to lower their standards, but they think for some reason that women should lower their standards because you lowered yours. Ninja, nope. And it goes vice versa, ninja. It goes vice versa. Ninja, I don't have to deal with a fat slopaloposaurus, right? Why would I work as hard as I do? Why would I work as hard as I do to get a old Slopaloposaurus dinosaur, ninja? Why would I work that hard to get an old Slopalopicus, ninja? Why would I do that? I'm gonna go out here and bust my ass, go damn near insane to get to where I need to be. Finally get to where I need to be to get a fat chick, to get an unruly chick. What? No. And you have to respect the game, vice versa. right? She want to be taken here, right? If you can't take her there, Ninja, you just can't take her there. Move on, Ninja. Go find a chick who want to walk in the park and get bit by mosquitoes, Ninja. Go find a chick who wants to go walk in the park and get bit by mosquitoes. Go and find her, Ninja. She's probably a Sloppaloposaurus because that's their natural environment, Ninja. That's the natural environment of the Sloppalopicus, Ninja. If you want her to get bit by mosquitoes, Ninja, you want to walk in a park and in the summertime it's all hot and shit, Ninja. Right? She said it's hot. I can't do it, Ninja. Right? You want that, Ninja? Go and find you a Sloppalopicus. That's their natural habitat, Ninja. That's their natural habitat, Ninja. Go out there. Go out in the wild and find them, Ninja. You want a Sloppalopicus? Go and find her, Ninja. Go and find her. Right? She will love to get bit by mosquitoes, Ninja. She don't care, Ninja. She'll take anything, guys, Ninja. She'll take anything. Right? Even Ninja, you probably still out of luck, Ninja, because even a Sloppalopicus, they want to be taken inside, Ninja. You gotta open up both doors for them, ass Ninja. You gotta open up both doors for them, ass Ninja. So even a Sloppaloposaurus, she even wants Roof Chris too. The Sloppaloposaurus want Roof Chris too. The Sloppaloposaurus, she want fine dining too. The Sloppaloposaurus, she want to throw on her dress too. Ninja, y'all out of luck. Y'all are out of luck. Tarada says there's dudes targeting old women life insurance payouts now. I believe it. I don't put anything past these ninjas now. MGTOW sounding better and better. Hey, choose your path. Cartier says call her over and Uber Eats. That's what they deserve at best, Ninja. Hey, do you, Ninja? If that works for you, that works for you. Jay says, I am not spending a single dime on ladies even more, not even the prostitutes. Hey, listen, that's on you. Internet Money P says she ain't going to Roof Chris, and we got a ton of money over here. Shouts out to Internet Money. Ninja said, listen, Ninja, hey, we having money over here, Ninja. We having money over here, Ninja. She ain't going to a Roof Chris, Ninja. Ninja's not going to a Houston's, Ninja. Ninja's not going to a nothing, Ninja. Not a Red Lobster, Ninja. Not a nothing. Internet Money said this is the problem, and it's why Shannon Sharp got caught up. We will take anything. The average man in the city is making 6 figs, got their own place, in shape, etc. Chicks fat, living at home, boring. You said that's the average guy? Is that what you're saying? The average guy does not make 6 figs in any city. That may be an average in New York City or LA, in those places. What do you mean the average? That's not the average anywhere. But this is the problem, and this is why Shannon Sharp got caught up. We will take anything. That is a problem. That's my point. That's my point exactly. That's my point exactly. Dudes will take anything. Right? They will take anything. Ninjas will take Sloppalopasauruses. They'll take unruly women. They'll take women that they really don't want. Ninjas will take anything. What? But we got to understand. We have to understand the flip side of why dudes are taking anything, right? Oh, you saying the average dude worth talking about? I got you. I'm in DC, high, so shout out. Okay, shouts out to DC. So you saying the average dude worth talking about? He internet dude talking that shit over there. He talking that shit over there. But yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But this is where we are. We have to understand the flip side too. Why are men dealing with anything? Why are men dealing with anything? Right? First and foremost, Internet Money, when you talk about 6-figure guys, you're already talking about top 20% already. You're already talking about top 20%. So these are guys who have their pick of the litter. Right? These are already guys who have their pick of the litter. So that's completely different from the rest of the 80 to 90% of men. The rest of the 80 to 90% of men, right? They don't have their pick of the litter. They have to get the scraps of what everybody else is throwing down from the towers, Ninja. What's going on, JC? You're gonna have to rewind, Ninja. Right? So they're just accepting the scraps. Right? They're not getting anything. Right? They don't make. First of all, they don't make enough. Most men don't even make enough to marry, right? And some will say, well, that's why you put two incomes together. Bro, do y'all not understand there are so many risks nowadays for trying to have your woman works and then what if she wants kids and all of that too, ninja? What if she want kids? And then if she want kids, more than likely is she trying to work while being pregnant? Is she trying to work while raising the kids? Do you want your kids in the public indoctrination camps? Right? What neighborhoods do you want to raise your kids in? You have to think about all of these factors. Most men are not ready for a marriage. They're not ready for any of that. Right? Because most men are not even meeting the financial metrics to do it in the first place. They're not meeting it. So dudes keep hollering from the mountaintops, from the Himalayas, ninja, that, oh, I want a wife. Ninja, you can't afford a wife. Right? Because what happens when the dynamics change? She doesn't want to work, ninja. Right? You want to have kids. Well, I don't want to work while I'm pregnant. I don't want to work raising the kids, ninja. Shouts out to MC. Shouts out to MC. Y'all gonna let MC come in here and just dominate the dang on super chat? Shouts out to MC again, ninja. Ninja going crazy. I appreciate that, MC. Shouts out to you. Much love for real. Said, not true. I make $260K before I lost my job, and it was difficult to land top tier women in Miami. It's more competitive than you think, and these girls are going after white men. Trust me. That's relative. That's relative. That's relative. I would have to do much evaluations. I would have to do many evaluations. There's many black guys who are cleaning up in Miami. There's many guys who are cleaning up in Miami. Now, white men may be the preference. White men may be the preference. You know, it's debatable, but white men may be the preference in Miami. But to go as far to say that, you know, that you can't get it because that's the case, now I just wouldn't throw like, oh, it's because they want the white man. Nah, ninja. I know ninjas are cleaning up in Miami. You just got to be that dude. Not saying that you ain't that dude. I don't know if you that dude. And sometimes the money don't even make you the dude, right? Because Miami girls looks as well. I've been to Miami multiple times. So Miami girls are into looks as well. Definitely. But I follow a lot of guys who stay in Miami right now. Who stay in Miami right now? It depends on, and top tier woman. What do you mean by top tier woman? Or you gotta explain a little bit, because that's now they're not with any bugaboos, ninja. They're not with any bugaboos. They're cleaning up. They're cleaning up the Latinas. They're cleaning up the foreign white woman. They're cleaning up down there, ninja. Now it just comes down to, ninja. LOL, I'm 6'1" and a solid 8 in looks. Ninja, we gonna have to chat, ninja, because if you 6'1" and a solid 8 in looks, ninja, because I'm gonna tell you, ninja, pause, no diddy. If we do a video chat, ninja, and you're actually a solid 8, ninja, if you're actually a solid 8, ninja, then ninja, I don't know, ninja. I don't know. Do you look like, ninja? Pause, no diddy, but do you look like me, or like FitX Fearless, ninja? Because I'm assuming you're a dark skinned dude. Do you look like me, or FitX Fearless, or that ninja King 6'8", the great ninja? You look like any one of us ninjas, right? Because ninja, I guarantee you, I'll clean up. I'll clean a clock, ninja. I guarantee it in Miami. Pfft, what? You said put that ninja on a thumbnail. As a dark-skinned dude in Miami, bro, I would clean the freaking clock, bro. You are tripping. In Miami, it's mostly Latinas and foreigners anyway. Sosa Da Vinci. Okay. Should I do it live, ninja? Well, I can't carry it over live, but I'm gonna just check you out live, and we may do a little some later on if I feel like it's worth it. Dang, my eye messing up. So we're gonna do this live. So Sosa said he's oh, this ninja popped right up. Ninja, who are you, Ninja? Oh, Ninja, you're not a dark skinned dude. You're a brown skinned dude. Depends on who you ask, I guess. But Ninja, you're not in my category of dark skin. Mm, mm, he in shape. Good looking dude. Mm, yeah, you're a fairly good looking dude. Pause, no Diddy. I don't know if I would say eight, Ninja, but some pictures could be an eight. Like this one with you smoking a cigar in a cigar lounge. That could be an eight. But some of your pictures not really an eight or not giving a eight. But either way, I mean, you're a handsome dude, Ninja. No Diddy though. Yeah. I mean, Ninja, listen. But he's in shape. He's in shape. For those of you who probably looked at it, I know some of y'all went and looked. He's in shape. He's a good looking dude. I mean, it depends. I mean, listen, nobody ain't first and foremost, nobody's getting anything. First and foremost, what side of the field you on, MC? Well, it depends on what side of the field you're on. Oh, say you looking overseas now. I mean, bro. Yeah, I mean Miami is a playground. So I mean, if you playing with money and you have status in Miami, bro, you can clean up. I mean, I don't think that's it doesn't have really much to do with if you're black or white. Now, I do understand, certain, standards that women may be looking for because, for the most part, we talk about places like Miami, we talk about the bulk load of money. When you talk about the bulk load of money, I mean, usually the white guys, especially down there, they have the bulk load of money, right? So that may be what they be looking for. But if they come across, definitely, if they come across any other guy who has money and also good looking, also in shape, right? Then I'm pretty sure that they can clean up as well. So I don't think that necessarily, has anything to do with it, right? So in Miami, I mean, like everybody doesn't like black men. Everybody doesn't like white men. Everybody doesn't like Latino men. Everybody has their preferences. So it's not about. It doesn't come down to, you know, uh, just race per se. What it really comes down to is like which groups of women like you, Ninja. And there's plenty, bro. In Miami, bro, there's plenty of baddies down there. Plenty of baddies that like black men down there, bro. You'll be able to clean up, Ninja. I think it's simple as that. And then it depends on if you're even what game are you playing, Ninja? Are you playing the free game? If you playing the free game, Ninja, you shit out of luck in Miami. You should know that. If you're playing the free game in Miami, Ninja, you should know better. If you're playing a free game in Miami, you should know better. Ninja, nothing down there and walking is for free. Nothing down there walking is for free, Ninja. Everybody has to pay down there. The women in Miami, they're not even talking to you if you ain't paying. Yeah, they flock like a mug. Bebop, exactly. You get some iced out earrings and they will flock. And you have to Miami, like I don't want to say Ninja, just understand that there are certain looks that they're looking for, right? If you look like a lame black dude in Miami, that can work against you. That can work against you. Uh, Black dudes, unfortunately, have to be, lit, right? Be lit. You have to look like somebody, right? You have to look like a celebrity, right? You have to look like you really got that money, right? Whether you go the business route, dressing like you have a suit on, and that whatchamacallit, right? Pulling up in that machine, that AMG machine, right? You have to really look like somebody. And then still that doesn't stop, because if you got guys down there with hundreds of millions of dollars, because there's plenty of guys down there with hundreds of millions of dollars, right? They have yachts and all of that stuff. They're paying for those girls to be on those yachts. They're not exempt from paying. You think these girls are just getting on boats for free and just la for free? No, these girls are making money, right? Even when you talk about atmosphere modeling, even when you talk about girls coming into the clubs, these club owners, they're paying these girls to come into the club, right? They're treating them out to eat. They're getting in the club for free. They have free bottles, right? These girls aren't for free. So I don't care if you white, black, whatever, Latino, it don't matter, ninja. In Miami, LA, at most cities at this point, you're gonna pay, ninja. But Miami's on steroids. Miami is on steroids. You gonna pay in Miami, right? MC says moving to West Palm Beach in June. 3 years in Miami, not for me. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. But ninja, yeah. But don't lean into weakness, not like a lot of these ninjas. Don't lean into the weakness, right? And I'm sure you can definitely clean up in West Palm Beach. No, West Palm Beach is not Miami though. So I'm sure you can clean up, ninja. I'm sure you can clean up anywhere, ninja. I'm sure you can clean up anywhere. You just gotta you gotta be him first and foremost. You gotta be him and understand that you him, ninja. Don't let stupid stuff hold you back, like race or anything like that. I mean, it's not really a good metric to hold yourself to, right? Not really a good metric to hold yourself to, because I mean we're in the U.S. Ninja. Miami is an international city. Like I'll see if you were in like Poland or something, ninja, where they ain't never seen a ninja before. They looking like, who is this ninja? We've never seen a guy of color around here. This ninja is interesting. Go and ask him a question. Go and ask him a question, babe. Let's see what he says. Let's see what he says. This ain't Poland, ninja, where you stick out like a sore thumb, ninja. This ain't Poland. United States, ninja. Like, ninjas everywhere, ninja. Toronto Wave says too much flash in Miami for me. It's in favor of women, so they know who got the. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I'm getting at. It's basically what I'm getting at, Toronto. Exactly. Like, they know who got the bag in Miami. They know who got the bag in Miami. So like when they're out in the like, imagine trying to cold approach in Miami, bro. When dudes who know how everything work, bro, they already got a chick on payroll when they land. Ninja, ninjas who fly into Miami on business or vacation, whatever, and they know how the game goes. Ninja, they already got something on the payroll when they land. They already got that on payroll when they're landing. Ninja, she meeting him at the room. Ninja. All right, this is what we about to do. Boom, boom, boom. About to go out to this. About to go to Komodos, ninja. We about to go to Komodos, ninja. We about to have a good time. Eat some good. Right? And we're gonna come back to the room and boom, boom, boom. You can spend the night or whatever. Send you back home in the morning. Right? Boom. Call up another one. Depending on how long you there, ninja. If you know the game in a place like Miami, ninja, you already got that already on deck when you land already, ninja. You're not cold approaching no chicks in Miami. No, all those chicks are paid women. I don't care. The Starbucks barista paid, ninja. The chick at that fine Latina at the mall, ninja, paid, ninja. Right? The Macy's girl paid, ninja. Right? The car dealership up paid. Ninja, everywhere you go, you're gonna see lip fillers, BBLs, ninja, surgeries, right? And maybe you're gonna have some natural looks here and there, but all of those women down there in Miami are the only one that may not be paid is Abuela, cleaning up the room or some shit, ninja. That's it. Abuela cleaning up the room. She may be the only one that is not paid, but ninja, Abuela probably still do a little strange thing for some change too if you pay her good, ninja. So, listen, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you what it is. See, Sema says, Aura, LOL, don't need a yacht. Okay, ninja, if you say so. I'm not saying you need a yacht, but ninja, don't sit up here and say like a yacht doesn't matter, ninja. Ninja, a chick could choose a yacht all day over Aura, ninja. Over Aura, ninja. She'll hop on that yacht all day long, ninja. She'll skip over that all day long, ninja. But if you travel, but it doesn't matter where you travel at this point, ninja. Doesn't matter. The power has been spread all across the world. Right? They know why you coming there. They know why you coming to Colombia. They know why you coming to Mexico, ninja. They know why you coming to Eastern Europe, ninja. They know why you coming over here. They know why you coming to the DR, ninja. They know why you coming to Puerto Rico, ninja. They know why you coming to Africa, ninja. They know. They know. But even then, that still shows you the power that women hold now. That even shows you the power that women hold still. That's how it's no escaping it. No matter where you go Thailand, ninja, China, Japan, it does not matter. They expect to be paid. Right? Whether that's upfront through marriage, it does not matter. Exactly, boy. They know why you coming, ninja. It ain't no secret no more. They got iPhones, ninja. iPhone. They got phones all across the world, ninja. There's no escaping it. Especially if you an American. They know why you over there, ninja. There's no escaping it. And they understand the power that they hold. And ninjas are going to be stuck in this cycle. You gotta be the powerful one, right? And also have discipline. Discipline matters. You think that you're just gonna get money, get status, right? Become somebody and think that you're just gonna throw your little dingaling everywhere, ninja. That's not how they work. If anything, you can be more reckless when you're poor. You can be more reckless when you're poorer, right? Because it does not matter. What do you have to lose when you're poor, broke? You're nobody, purposeless. You're nothing. But when you're somebody, you don't have the room to be making those kind of mistakes. You can't make those kind of mistakes. People depending on you. Businesses depending on you. Ninja, maybe you even have a family, ninja. And you just doing a little something on the side, ninja. Your family depends on you, ninja. So even when you make it to these ranks, you still don't have the room to be sitting up there like throwing it around. Ninjas think they're just gonna have bitches galore. Ninja, it don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. At most, you probably be dealing with one woman at a time, ninja. One woman at a time. Two at max. But just to have a bunch of women, no, bro. That's not how that really works. Because then it get dangerous. Then you get Shannon Sharp, right? Then you get Skip Bayless. Hey Skip, Skip. You get Skip Bayless. You get, it don't matter. We can go, bro. This stuff happens every single day, every month, every calendar year. Some ninja get got. Somebody get got. Or Johnny Depp. Look what Amber Heard tried to do to him. Right? And these are powerful men with money to fight a case. And some of these dudes still almost lost. Some of them did lose. Right? So this stuff is not a game. Cartier says, guarantee next month another ninja gonna get got. Guarantee it. And they don't learn because you think just because you got the money, just you think because you have the power, the clout, that you can just be out here willy-nilly. Yeah, be out here willy-nilly all you want to. Right? Women out here, they want that bag. Yeah, you got many of them they'll take that bag up front, but if they want to backdoor you, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna backdoor your ass. So y'all be careful out here. Welcome to the simpocracy, ninjas. Welcome to the simpocracy. This is what the simpocracy looked like. Right? This is what it looks like. Women have the power. Women have the power now. Women have it. And do I see it changing? No. I don't see it changing. Why don't I see it changing? Look at this right here. How young is too young for a man dating a woman? Most of you said 18 to 21, despite an 18-year-old being a full-fledged adult. So to see change, men have to do something with their mindsets. Men have to change their mindsets all across the board. Right? An 18-year-old is a grown woman. But society has y'all so programmed to where you still think that between 18 and 21 years old that they're still kids, they're still children. She doesn't know what she doesn't know what she's doing. No, she's still young. And that's how you ninjas get got. Because instead of approaching it like, oh, she can manipulate this situation, instead of approaching it like, oh, she has the upper hand in this situation, right? Instead of approaching it like this can go sideways, right? Instead of approaching it as if, oh, they've been learning since a teenager, like the game that I've been giving y'all, they've been learning since 14 years old. They've been learning to manipulate since a youngin', right? Instead of approaching it like that, you're approaching, oh, their frontal lobe is not developed. They're still young. You're the one that was going to get finessed. You're the one that's going to get got. Because if you think, if your mindset is thinking at 18 to 21, oh, she's young, then I know for a fact that you'll let other women slip because you think they're of age. You think that they're mature. You think that they're good to go because they meet a certain age metric. Those are the men that get got. Like Samson. Let his guard down. Right? Your guard should be up for all women, no matter what age, even teenagers. Because those that have been in power positions will tell you that some of these little teenage girls will come on to you. Yes, they will. As weird as it is, even saying it, yes, some of these teenage girls will come on to you. Yes, ask some teachers, ask coaches. They will come on to you. You think they don't know what they're doing? You think they don't understand what they're doing? Yes, they understand very well what they're doing. Women are not dumb. These teenage girls are not dumb. We stay in a brand new age. They have access to social media. They know who Bonnie Blue is. They know who Lily Phillips is. They know that these chicks are making money, getting trains ran on them. They know that these chicks are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, and millions of dollars on OnlyFans, and that's what they're aspiring to do. They know exactly what they're doing. They have undercover accounts showing skin themselves and starting OnlyFans as early as 16, 17 years old. You don't think they understand what's going on? But everybody's so quick to holler her age. Oh, she's 18. She was so young. That's what he gets for dealing with a young girl who's not mature. Interesting, Ninja. Interesting. And this is why a lot of men out here are Samson. You're powerless. You're desperate. You're purposeless. Because you let the women cut your hair. You let the women take your guard down. You think it's just over here, or you think it's just over there. No, it's across the entire spectrum. Men are professional gooners, addicted to corn, don't want to improve, don't want to become the best possible versions for themselves, don't want to move up in rank for themselves to get out of the sheep pen. Men don't want to do it. Men want to live softly. They want to go 50-50. They don't want to become the winners. They don't want to be the leaders. Men don't really want to do it. They want to live softly. So guess what men do? They choose weakness. They choose the vices. They choose what's worse for them. Right? They choose not to exercise. They choose to eat junk food. They choose to let their health slip. Right? They choose to let women talk to them any kind of way. They pick women who they know are bad for them. Right? What you thought was going to happen? She's out of your league, and you don't even have the money. What you think is going on? Come on now. Ninja, your belly hanging over. Ninja, I know you ain't seen your Peter Whacker in 2 days. Well, not 2 days, 2 years, Ninja. You ain't seen your Peter Whacker pause in 2 years, Ninja. And you think this chick, your chick is a solid maybe 7, Ninja, 7.5. You think she's with you because she like you, Ninja? You don't have no money and you look the way that you do, Ninja. Best believe she's using you in some form of fashion, Ninja. In some form of fashion. But dudes do not want to do nothing. So they choose weakness. So guess what? They choose the OnlyFans. They choose to pay for the OnlyFans. They choose the corn, right? They choose to put woman in a power position because men are done being in power. I said it first. Men are done being in power. Men don't want power anymore. It's too hard. It's too hard. I don't care what these red pill guys are talking about. I don't care what these guys in the comments are talking about, right? There's only 10% of guys who are really going to go out here and chase power, right? And chase the money and chase the resources and get it. As for the rest of men, they just all talk. They talk in these chat rooms. They talk on these channels, right? They just all talk. Men don't want it. They don't. And that's an after pill. Internet Money says, I will say this because I totally agree. It's a lot to ask for a hot chick to also work while trying to have a kid, etc. But in DC, trying to support a family on anything less than 160 is a struggle. That's what I said. I said in my predicament, 6 figures is I can clean 6 figures. I can clean 6 figures. My goal is 250K. My goal is 250K internet money. That's my next goal. Cleaning 6 figures, that's easy. Right? And I have a daughter and a household to take care of. So Ninja, I'm gonna need that anyway. So 250, I gotta clean 250. Definitely not by a W-2, Ninja. You're not gonna make 250 with a W-2, right? Maybe a business, Ninja, maybe putting two tech jobs together, but Ninja getting caught up doing that and stuff. But Ninja, that's my goal. Bebop says, why do men take the easy road is my question. Because men are being raised in an instant gratification society. Right? Men are being brought up in an instant gratification society. Nobody wants to put the time in. So I was talking to this guy at the gym. This is just an example. I was talking to this guy at the gym today. I went to the gym before I went live. So he was asking me, I walked by, he was like, bro, he was like, your shoulders, man, your traps. He was like, man, I'm trying to get that, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I just told him simply, I'm just simply doing some overheads, some overhead presses, some overhead dumbbell presses, right? Some overhead dumbbell presses and some shrugs. and some shrugs, and I do some dips as well. But he was more so surprised about how simple it was. He was surprised about how simple it was. He was like, that's it? That's all you do? Like, yeah. But I've been doing it for 10 years. I've been doing it for 10 years. I just didn't develop these traps out of the blue. I didn't develop my physique out of the blue. Ninja, I've been working out for 10 years now. 10 years. So it's not more so about what I'm doing, even though that does matter, right? As much as, what I'm eating as well. But it is about the consistency. It is about the patience. It is about the falling in love with the process. Even myself, I wanted things to come fast. Even still now, sometimes I get caught up in like, dang, I need to grow faster. I need to grow faster. But sometimes you got to sit yourself down and just fall in love with the process. Because the process is where everything counts. The process is where you learn. The process is where you develop. The process is also where you fail, right? But the process is also where you get up at. Nobody is teaching men this. And the very few that are teaching men this, again, is just going to be 10% of men. And men are still hear this. Men are still hear what I'm saying right now. They're hear all of this and still try to find the easy way out. Now, I'm not saying that don't work smarter. Definitely work smarter. I say that all the time, right? Work smarter for sure, especially in this, technology age. Work smarter, but you're still going to have to put in time. You're still going to have to be patient. But a lot of men are not patient. They don't want to go through the process. The process hurts. They don't want to look like they're struggling. They don't want to look like they don't know anything. They want to look like they're winning all the time. They want to look like they know it all, right? When they don't know a damn thing. That's men's problem. They want the woman now. They want the baddie now. They want the beautiful woman now. But then Ninja want her for free. Ninja, please. Ninja, please. Say, but we ain't talking about being top 10%. We're talking about being top 5% at some point. I think we can ask women to do something like, damn, bro, you ain't going to be able to request nothing until you in a position of power. 25K per cheek, Ninja. You ain't going to be able to request nothing until you in power. I still say top 10%. Right. I do say 95. I do say 95-5 rule sometimes, but I think right now it's still a 90-10. I think right now 90-10. I think the top 10% still matters. But yeah, top 5% is even more up there. But definitely being top 10% of men, you will clean up. And I'm talking about top 10% in America. If you're top 10, you're top 1%, if not less, in the world. Let me say that again. If you're top 10% in America, you're probably top 1% or even less than 1% in the world. Because even making 50K in the United States, you're in the top 20% in the world, top 10% in the world, just making 50K USD. So top 10% USD in America, you're top 1% in the globe. So think about that. But anyway, it was good talking to you guys, right? Good talking with you guys. Good engagement. I appreciate everybody that super chat. Shouts out to MC though. MC came through with the super chat. Shouts out to Moy. Shouts out to everybody who came through. Shouts out to everybody that super chatted. I hope y'all learned from this discussion, right? I hope y'all got some lessons, got some keynotes from this and really tuned in and apply this to your life, right? Because it ain't getting any better out here, Ninja. Women ain't turning back, right? You're not gonna be able to just, let me get one and put them in the kitchen. No, Ninja, those days are over with. And even if you can, Ninja, you gotta be that dude, right? You gotta be out here grinding. You really have to be out here being productive. A lot of men are not productive. They're not meeting the productivity metric. But anyway, shouts out to y'all. This was a good live stream. For those of you who came in late, I put it up on the replays. Shouts out to everybody. And y'all have a good night. And that's an after pill. Peace out.